Hello, and welcome to Understanding Fallacies by me, Christopher Rader. Now, typically, when I am presenting this PowerPoint across the world, I am accompanied by my business partner, Jeffrey the Giraffe. Unfortunately, last summer, he was convicted of aggravated assault, so he will not be joining me on this endeavor. With that in mind, let's dive straight into this. So, to understand what fallacies are, I'm just going to tell you what fallacies are. Fallacies are faults in logic. They're not necessarily terrible things, but it makes your giraffe look like a bit of a jerk when you know how to spot it. Giraffe spots. Let's go on a mystical safari hunt for these wild, giraffe-snaring fallacies. In-crowd appeal, that's a good example of one. People use this quite often. This fallacy regards to enticing an audience to identify or sympathize with the speaker, may involve trace amounts of peer pressure, and may also allocate the utilization of the popularity of an individual. So, you may be asking yourself, what the heck does that nonsense mean for my pet giraffe? Well, it means your pet giraffe has an egotistical problem, as shown below. The depiction here is a giraffe being egotistical. Yeah. Only the coolest giraffes like me wear ties and go to work from 9 to 5. Don't be an uncool loser giraffe, says Jeffrey the Giraffe. He is creating an in-crowd appeal here by using his fame as a giraffe to get audiences to appeal to him. It doesn't mean that he understands fashion sense better and is more successful because he is a cool giraffe. This is why this is a fallacy. Also, some of our dreams didn't die 20 years ago, Jeffrey! False analogy. People use this quite often as well. This describes an instance wherein a comparison is made between two items that are not relatable in a general, logical sense. Usually occurs when people desire to associate people or objects with a certain connotation or social commentary, sort of like comparing stuffed giraffes to sentient beings with souls. How does Jeffrey manage to eviscerate the neurons in my brain this time? Jeffrey the Giraffe has stumbled across a wild turkey sandwich in the grasslands of Antarctica. This turkey sandwich is in a very fast airplane. I'll pass, says Jeffrey the Giraffe. Jeffrey is creating a false analogy by comparing two completely different things, the turkey sandwich and an airplane. Jeffrey should consider visiting a psychiatrist. Slippery slope. This fallacy defines when one action or event will lead to a chain reaction of events, finalizing at a point where the outcome has stemmed dangerously far from the first event. This is good for distracting people of the opposing viewpoint, and it's also good for making people look insane, like Jeffrey. He is yet to see a psychiatrist. It has been 17 weeks. Waffles are so good! I must have waffles to survive. If I can't have my waffles, then nobody can have waffles. If I cannot have my waffles, I will lose my mind. Once I lose my mind, I will commit myself to a fit of rage and will attempt to enslave the earth. The inhabitants of Earth shall be executed for not permitting me the consumption of waffles. To ensure their demise, I shall construct a biochemical weapon the likes of which the world has never seen. My invention to ensure the domination of all waffle-hating beings will be in the form of a super cat, armed with death lasers and a frisky personality. This world and all of the waffles will be under my control. All pancakes under my reign shall be crucified and drowned in non-Canadian syrup. They think pancakes are good enough for me, but they don't know how ignorant they truly are. I will become the almighty priest of waffle discriminatory breakfast extermination. Once they see how much I love waffles, they'll see. They'll all see. When their pancake-centric lies come collapsing to its knees as they bow to the overlord of waffle consumption, says Jeffrey the Giraffe. That escalated quickly. That is why it is a slippery slope fallacy. Yeah. The question. This is a fallacy in which someone's argument is circular or explains itself as if it was already resolved with legitimate reasons. This is a good way for people to avoid answering questions they don't want to by simply stating that they hold their position without saying why in a satisfying manner. I love death metal. It's just so cool, and it's my favorite type of music because it's good. No other type of music is acceptable because death metal is the best, says Jeffrey the Giraffe. Jeffrey is begging the question here because he never gives a sincere reason as to why he likes death metal. Saying something is good simply because it is good doesn't go very far in terms of convincing an audience. Jeffrey needs to stop shoving his musical taste in everybody's face. Well, now what? Well, I want all of you watching this very strange, yet hopefully informative and entertaining presentation to check up on your pet giraffe to see if it is committing these fallacies. I hope you are all now further aware of fallacies and plan to identify them in the future. There is no way you are going to forget this abomination you have just witnessed. Have a good day.